Is this it for the LeBron Curry Durant era with winning chips? And who do you think is most likely to retire first?
With if they all decide they're going to stay on their own teams as is right now, then yeah, for sure. There's
Yeah.
no way the Lakers, the Suns, the Warriors. I don't know what the hell they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
That is why I do want to see them play because I'm like, y'all felt like this was a contending team, so I want to see how this is going to be a contending team. But
A team mid, man.
yeah, but I don't see
I think
them unless they team up or like they leave and go, to a like be like a Paul George and go, to a better situation. It's not looking good.
I don't think any of them are going to win a championship, like you said, unless they decide to be that third option on a winning team. But as far as like at least making a deep playoff run, knowing that it's really about matchups, I could see if any team out of those three, probably the Suns have the best chance at making somewhat of a deep playoff run. Got a new coach, added a couple pieces. Bradley Beal, I think, missed majority of the season. Book missed a good amount of games. So they're definitely going to have a higher seed and don't have to worry about running into a team in the first round like a Minnesota Timberwolves and whatnot. So
I just don't like your whole plan in the postseason being Devin Booker and KD can score more than you. That's
they
what
got
it's
a point
been.
guard. Obviously, he's not a starting point guard, but
Who do they get?
they
Monty
got Tyus Jones.
Tyus Jones. Oh yeah, no, still it's gonna be the same thing.
Yeah,
I just think their roster construction is just not it.
not it.
It really isn't. I think they were better with DeAndre Ayton. Even I think they were better with what DeAndre Ayton should have been. I think he was not giving them what he was giving before when they had Chris Paul.
Mm-hmm.
But Nurkic to me is like okay fit. He's kind of injury prone as well.
Yeah, let's say
He's
injury prone.
old. I don't know. I don't see the Suns to me that don't have like they would have to go on a run where they're both averaging like 30 a game to just make it to the finals.
Yeah,
Let alone actually like win. So
yeah. Okay. Who do you think is most likely to retire first? I think Steph about to be 36. KD's about to be 36 or just turned 36, and Bron about to be 40.
I think LeBron.
Gonna be first?
I think LeBron's gonna be first. He's
Oh.
4 or 5 years older than both of them.
That don't mean that.
I mean, I think it does though
I
because
don't know. That nigga look healthier than both of them.
I mean, he looks healthy, but to me, so does KD and Steph. Like they haven't really shown any signs of slowing down.
That's true.
And Bron is already, I feel like, flirting with the idea.
I already completed the mission of getting my son in the league.
Bron's done. I think honestly, KD. I think this actually, KD could either be the first or the last. I think just KD being KD, he might just be like, all right, whatever, I'm done. But also, I think there's a part of it where he is the one for sure with the most that he still was trying to prove out of those two.
Yeah.
So that is the reason why I could see him potentially staying on a little bit longer.
Do you think, one, they're going to leave all on their own terms? Or a better question, do you see a reality where they're not the guy or a starter anymore and still in the league? Like what Melo was towards his end of his career, what Russell Westbrook's turned into.
I think the only one who could do that would be Steph.
You think he'd be willing to come off the bench?
That's the thing. That's why I say could.
Yeah.
I don't know if Steph would ever want to do that.
Yeah.
Because again, he's in a different league than a Melo. Some of these other players. So like Jordan wasn't about to be like I'm about to come off the bench this last year or whatever. So I don't really see any of them. I think stretching it out to a point where they would have to come off the bench. If someone did, I think Steph is the only one who's really suited for that because he's a shooter, and I just think that's never going to go away. I don't know what Bron would be doing off the bench, and I don't know what KD would be doing off the bench either.
Yeah.
So
okay, and then my last question to wrap this convo up or this topic. Obviously, with KD, with Bron, they've had a lot of franchise movements. Do you think Steph's going to retire a Warrior? Because he always talks about he also, if we're along the lines of flirting with ideas, he said he ideally wants to be for lifer like a Dirk and like a Tim, like a Kobe, but you can tell he has that great energy where he just wants to win. Do you see a scenario where he stays with them in his career, or you wouldn't be surprised if he's like, fuck it, go to another team.
If they had went out and got Lauri Markkanen,
You think Lauri
else,
pushes the needle?
I think that if they had gone out this past offseason and got Lauri Markkanen or Paul George,
Paul George. The thing is with Lauri is it's hard for me to comment because Utah is not on TV like that, nor am I utilizing my league pass.
Lauri
to watch
be going
him
crazy. He be cooking, and he's also 26 or 27.
Is he going crazy, or is he the beneficiary of being a good player on a shitty team, like how Kevin Love was?
He's definitely
with
a good
Minnesota.
player on a shitty team, but Kevin Love still was a big piece of them winning championships.
What, the Cavs?
Yeah.
He only played bad against the Warriors. I gave that.
Yeah, they literally didn't win with you needed him. So I think that, and he's to me wouldn't have to go down to the third option as Kevin Love did. I think he would be the second option.
I agree with that.
And so yeah, again, for sure he wouldn't average 25 on the Warriors next to Steph, but he would still give you at least 20.
He's 7 feet.
He's a 7-footer. He can pass a little bit, rebound well. I was just saying that to say if they had gone out and gotten some of those names that were available this season, I would be able to definitively say I feel like Steph's staying there, because even if it didn't pan out with Lauri or whatever, one, I think it would, just because he's young. That's why I think he's a really good one. You can just have him and he could potentially get better, or at least, you're not worried about him dropping off.
Is he American or?
No, he's Finnish.
Oh, Finnish.
But I think it's a commitment that we're trying. We're at least doing something, versus all they ended up doing this offseason was letting Clay go and getting DeAnthony Melton and Kyle Anderson and
That's
one other and Buddy Hield.
Work.
So to me, it just leaves I feel like the door is open right now, because they haven't shown, honestly, like this past offseason, they haven't shown a true commitment to making it better around him. And if you look at the way that they completely bungled the draft situation with all the draft capital they had, I just think that I think that door is open.
Okay.
I'll say that.
All right.